Hello, my little Jedi BB-8 balls of love. It's your Princess Leia. And today I am going to go over scaling a little bit more, only because I've had a few calls recently in regards to what one should do when they want to start scaling, or more precise, what one should do when they've ran an ad as a brand new advertiser and they want to go through and essentially take a look at their stats and who they should be running to. So as a brand new advertiser, there should be a couple ads that you should be running. First off, page like campaign. If you don't have a ton of page likes on your ad, on your page, you want to make sure that you have those page likes, that credibility. There's ways to get quality likes, and then there's also ways to get quantity likes that aren't going to be the best quality, but there's easy ways to do it. It just depends on what you're needing. If you intend on using your page insights to create audiences from, remember, you can still look at the countries and who is, essentially engaging with your page the most, but you either have quality, quantity when it comes to how you buy those likes and who you advertise to. So keep that in mind. Another thing is driving traffic to your website. Remember, guys, retargeting is key. So if you are a new advertiser, you should not be using a conversion ad right away. And we tell you this in the course, but we still have new advertisers that try to run conversions right away. We don't get it. We want to drive people to your website, not only because it's brand awareness, but also to make sure that your pixel is getting fires, so that we can then create a custom audience from your URLs or from your full domain, and then create lookalike audiences from that. Because remember, we want to find users on Facebook that not only have taken enough time to click to your website, but that also have similar interests to those people that have taken the time to click over to your website. So I'm going to use this link click ad as our example. Now keep in mind, this business has been running quite a while now, so they know who they are supposed to be targeting, but I'm still going to use it to show you what you should be doing. So like I said, new business, learning how to scale, run a link click ad. You want to run it for at least 48 hours. I would say at least run it for 5 to 7 days to get all those people to drive all those people to your website, to see about how much it costs, and to also get a good guesstimate of who is engaging with that particular ad the most. Like I said, after 48 hours, you should have a pretty darn good idea, but in my opinion, there's no harm in putting a few more ad spend dollars within the ad itself or to the campaign itself to actually see who you should be sending it out to. So I'm going to click here on the campaign. Now keep in mind, guys, if you have more than one ad set, you have to click. So let's just say that there was more than one ad set here. In order to see the demographic information with who was engaging with the ad set the most. So let's just say that this ad set, actually we can take a look to see who it was sent out to. Let's see here. Hold on, let me go up here. Bear with me while it loads. So this ad set was sent to a lookalike audience from 50% video views, both male and female in the US, ages 18 to 65. So this is actually going to be a very, very, very good ad set to look at for this video. I'm going to cancel out of here for now. But again, let's just say that you had multiple ad sets within one campaign. Starting off, you should do it exactly like this. You should take either your custom audience and your lookalike audience. You can keep them in the same ad set or signify them between two different ad sets, but you should leave them US 18 to 65, both men and women, unless you know for sure. Like, let's just say you're selling a tampon. I know that sounds really funky, but you already know for sure that men are probably not going to need to buy that product. So use your common sense. You know what I mean? But if you have a product like this particular product that we're selling here, chances are it's going to be both men and women that want it. So you need to see who your audience is. So this is perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click just down to the ad set level. So remember, we went from campaign to ad set. But to see what was in that ad set, we need to go to where it actually shows the ads within the ad set. And then we want to look at our demographics tab. So remember, this ad was a lookalike audience for 50% video views, both male and female, between the ages of 18 to 65. So if this client wants to scale down to the audience that is performing the best, we're going to click demographics and we're going to take a look. So we can see here that it's predominantly men that is engaging the most, 18 to about 54. Are there people above? Because remember, this is your reach in green, and then this is your actual link clicks in blue. So what I would tell this user to do is I would definitely do an ad set and put more budget into men than they do into women. So do an ad set, send it out to men between the ages of 18 to 54. If they really want to include 64 to 65, 55 to 65, they could do that. I would advise them to do it in a separate ad set as well. So basically one ad set for men ages 18 to 54, one ad set for men ages 55 to 65, and then I would do one ad set for women ages, honestly, I would just do 25 to 54. Looking at it, it's 18 to 24 got very little results. Reach is good, but remember, it's your results that matter, guys. And then 45 to 54 still got, more reach than the 18 years old. So I would do 25 to 54, an extra ad set for women. So what we're looking at here, just for reminder, ad set for men ages 18 to 54, ad set for men ages 55 to 65 if the client wants to, or if you want to as a client. And then I would still do an ad set for women. I would not exclude them because you're still getting link clicks and conversions. I would just do it ages 25 to about 54. Guys, anytime you want to scale, you always want to go broader in the beginning as a newer client, or if you're trying a new audience, or if you're testing a new product, whatever it may be, you want to take a look at this. And then you can go from there and create your ad sets. Not only that, you want to take a look at placement. Now this, I believe, was sent out to mobile only, if I can remember. We're going to look here. Yep, I was right. So let me go back here. Let's see if it'll allow me to go back. Okay, there we go. So mobile and desktop, this was actually just mobile only. So if you had sent it out to any other of these particular placements, it would, obviously have some results here as well. You would want to take a look at this to see which one is performing the best. In my opinion, you should always keep Facebook and Instagram separate. We're supposed to tell our clients, hey, you should keep Instagram and Facebook together. I think that that's bull. It's a best practice to keep Instagram and Facebook separate so that you can see, or not see, but make sure that both Instagram and Facebook are having a fair chance at viewing the ad itself. You want to make sure of that. So let me see here. We went over our audience and taking a look at who you should scale to demographic-wise after you've run an ad. 48 hours for it to optimize. Like I said, at least 5 to 7 days. I know some of you guys are impatient, so 5, in my opinion, best practice. But if you can just leave it going for 2 more days, I mean, seriously, it's gonna let you guys know exactly who is engaging a lot better. Not only that, always look at your performance and clicks column. Oops. It brings up a lot more columns for you, so you can see your results: reach, frequency, cost, amount, your relevance score. By the way, everybody, that is relevance score. It drives me crazy when people say relevancy. We actually get marked down on our QA if we call it relevancy. It is a relevance score. So if you want to sound like you know what you're talking about with your clients, say relevance, because that's what it is. You have your clicks, your click-through rate. Your impressions are going to be how many times your ad was actually viewed, whether somebody scrolled by it. So this ad did pretty damn good. That button click was clicked 914 times. Another thing that I look at in regards to scaling money-wise is when you are running a new ad, go into create ad. Remember that adding more money to an ad doesn't mean that you're going to get more reach. Doesn't mean that you're going to get more ROI. Doesn't mean any of that at all. If you don't take a look at all the important stuff. So I went right through the objective. I chose link clicks for now because, again, we talked about driving traffic to your website. I'm going to scroll down here. I'm not going to even deal with the audience right now because I am just going to go straight through down to where we're looking at budget. Guys, you always, 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 no matter whether you're scaling or you're running a brand new ad, this is habit for me. Click on manual. The default price for any type of objective besides a website conversion is $5 per whatever it is that you're optimizing for. In this case, we're optimizing for link clicks. If it was a page like campaign, we'd be optimizing for likes. Well, you should be optimizing for likes at least, not impressions. So now with website conversions, the default price for that is $30. This isn't written anywhere, guys. This is something that I know because I work at Facebook and I've done research. So right here, it's basically telling you that your suggested bid is $2.45. So you should be good. As far as scaling your price upwards on a daily budget or on a lifetime budget, you should be perfectly fine. But now let's just, for instance, say that this said that your suggested bid was over $5. You would need to increase that by at least like $2. Because the way that our system runs, remember, it's a live auction platform. If you have two ads going up against each other and some guy in, another state has the same type of product as you and they're running it against your guys' stuff in the United States as well, and they went in here and they put a manual bid of $6, we're only going to bid up to $5 for you if you keep it at automatic bidding. So therefore, you're going to get beat and that ad's going to be shown. So right now it's saying suggested bids $2.45. If you leave it at automatic and you have a good relevance score, you have a high enough budget to reach a high level user such as myself, like I've talked about in the previous videos, not somebody like my mother, then your ad has like a 99% chance of beating out other ads. Always look at this no matter what. Take a look. If it's above $5, listen to the system, manually bid, and make sure that you go at least $1 or $2 over. Now, when it's busy season like Christmas, or for instance, like there might be, this is a spice grinder. There's different types of spices. April 20th is kind of one of those days that that this product could be useful for maybe. So around that time, I'll tell you right now that we're going to be going in there and we're going to be up in this bid to about $7, $8, maybe even $10 because we want to make sure that our ad gets seen for all those people that are into that holiday, and I have quotation marks as I'm saying that, like Joey Tribbiani from Friends. But either way, that's what you need to do when you need to scale. You need to look at your demographics after your ad has ran. You need to look at the placement to see which placement did the best. In this case, we already knew which placement we wanted to run it to. I will say that, this advertiser needs to go in there and create 3 different ad sets if they're wanting to keep those men that are ages 55 to 65 plus. If they're not wanting to, then they need to do 18 to 54 men. And then for women, ages 25 to 45, because that's exactly what we looked at when we were going through there and saw that the women needed to be sent out to. And then you guys need to go in here, no matter what, always take a look at your bid amount. If you want to up your bid, that's fine. Just I've done this in another screen share before, but just so you guys know, for a lifetime budget, I'm just going to up this for now just because I want to hurry up and not get an error. I'm going to go down here. Remember, guys, $5 a day for Facebook. So if you go down, if you're doing a lifetime budget for 10 days and you put less than $50, it's going to give you an error because you're supposed to spend $5 a day. Now, what you guys can do as well with lifetime budgets, you can do run ads on a schedule. So if you take a look at your insights on your page to see what time your audience is engaging the most, let's just say that this audience is engaging the most because they might be tired from 10 a.m. to, let's see here, 3 a.m. in the morning, and you want to disclude these hours because you don't think that they'll be awake. You can do that with a lifetime budget because, and again, I don't know why it doesn't allow you to do it with the daily budget. I think it's kind of silly. Maybe they'll change that someday, But I use lifetime budgets a lot, and I just do the math into how much might be put into each day because I want to go in here and I want to make sure that I can schedule it right. There are times where I do daily budgets just because it's a little bit easier to allocate that money, but that's just another little tidbit on this video. It doesn't really have anything to do with scaling, but I figured while I was on this page I'd show you. So my little BB-8s, little balls of love, like I told you, if you have any questions at all regarding scaling, just shoot me a message. I'll be more than happy to try to answer to the best of my ability. But for now, that's pretty much what you guys need to know.